Welcome back to Butterfly Infinity, where we alchemize change and transformation into evolution. Today, I will be doing a reading focusing on parenting partnerships. Our children are very important, and we are responsible for guiding them and making sure that we pass on our wisdom because they are our true legacies, all right? All right, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what would the collective parent group benefit from knowing at this time? Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So you could be in a situation where you are in two frames of mind about something concerning your children or what you should do as a parent. I'm picking up like you were raised one way, but you would like to transform the situation for your child or your children and do it a different way. And so you're just kind of confused. And once again, guys, with this card, what I always say is notice that she can't see the answer with her eyes. So it's going to come through spiritual means. Meditation is going to be shown to you maybe in a dream, in your mind's eye. Keep a lookout for random downloads. You know, this is how your angels and ancestors communicate with you, okay? So that's that. And what do we have with the rest of the cards? So with this Hangman and the Seven of Cups, there could be a choice that you need to make. Like I said, there must be a choice involving your children at this time. As a parent, there's a choice, and it looks like you've been trying to gain different perspectives and you haven't moved yet because it's an important choice, but you have a lot of options. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways that you could move forward in this given situation. Some outcomes are more desirable, some outcomes might not have the best results, right? So it looks like you just kind of been hesitant. But Spirit wants you to know that you've been successful at making sure that you keep things in the right context. You have been remaining balanced with your children, and they see you as a very resilient and strong person. They see that you overcome obstacles. They see that you don't make mountains out of molehills, and you turn other people's mountains into molehills by being able to tame those lower thoughts and those lower attitudes and traits, right? So you help them to keep going, and they love that. Very powerful parent, okay? And with this King of Pentacles, you have the bag, okay? This might be a choice concerning your children and finances, but you're showing up in this King of Pentacles, and the energy is fluid, guys. So it's not gender-based, right? So you can be showing up as very abundant, as an abundant parent. You have the resources. You are focused on career, and so it just looks like you could be having to make a choice about something involving finances as well. And so Spirit just wants you to know that you can trust yourself to make the right choice. She's walking with the lion. She's walking with the power. She's in alignment with the power. She's a powerful being. The lion is a powerful being, and it's a partnership. Kind of like with our children, right? Because they are truly our legacy. They are our mini me's. They are who's going to carry out the wisdom that we've gained, right? Okay, so maybe I'll get one more card. Would you clarify the King of Pentacles, Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides? Clarify the King of Pentacles. Okay, so then the Nine of Cups came out. And then, so, yes, this is something that you are, it's kind of unlit territory. You've maybe been in a deep thought about this, and the answer hasn't been apparent with that Two of Swords that we discussed earlier. But it's okay. Stay on that straight and narrow path. Stay in that trait, in that strength. You could be a Leo with that strength card. But Spirit is saying, this card has been coming out, you all, and it is just truly amazing. This is wish fulfillment. The collective, the parent groups, whatever wish you have for your child, whatever wish you have to manifest your parenting abilities or involving parenting, like I was saying, it's going to come true. Trust yourself. Spirit is delivering. However this resonates, you're getting a wish fulfillment, prayers answered. I love this. You're going to choose the right cup. All right, so let's see what the nature deck has to say. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what messages do you have from this deck for the collective parent group? All right, any more messages? I love when I see that come out. I just love it. Let's try to get one more. You all know I love fours. Okay. You're a very loyal parent. Very loyal to your children. And they see that. Like, you could also be your child's best friend. And to me, I know that people always say, you can't be your child's friend. There's a balance. There's a balance that has to be established between the parent and the child. We are ushering in a new world with this generation. They are not going to be raised how we were raised, right? They have access to so much more knowledge and ability and creativity that it just didn't exist with us. They're going to be able to create solutions that we didn't even think of. So it's just about balance. You can be their friend. You can, how do I want to say this? You can approach them from a perspective of treating them like a friend. Okay? Of course, we know that they need to be obedient when it comes to things that you've already lived through and you know. However, like I said, there needs to be a balance. It can't just be all authoritative, like parenting style. You have to find a balance between, and I'll put a little bit about parenting styles in the description box, but there needs to be a balance because I know authoritative is one parenting style, but it just needs to be a balance. You can't just lead from that place. Okay, but Spirit wants you to know that you are leading from a place of love. Okay? And your children see your light. And you could be a light for other parents as well. Other parents might come to you for advice because they see the love that you have for your children or for your child. Okay? And Spirit also wants to just remind you to always communicate with your babies, your children. My daughter is getting older, but she will always be my baby, right? So communicate with your babies from a place of love, okay? And also with yourself as a parent, just be gentle. You know, parenting didn't come with a guidebook, right? So approach your parenting journey with love. Don't be hard on yourself. You're figuring it out. But anything that you need to say to them, just try to find the best way to say it. You know, it's receptive. Receptivity will come when we do our best to communicate with love. And so and it's next to the communication. So yeah, once again, doubling down on this message, guys. Spirit is saying, watch how you communicate. All right, be gentle, like the tulip. Look to the spiritual aspects of the tulip when you find yourself having issues. You know, relaying a message to them because you know that happens. Okay, let's see what our angels have to say. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Do you have any messages from this deck? All right. So right off the bat, we have that card. And then it just says no need to worry. So that situation with that King of Pentacles and needing to make a decision so that could affect your child, just realize that you can trust yourself. You've come this far. And you didn't come this far just to come this far, right? No worry. No worries. No need to worry. Like I said, if you choose a cup that leads to undesirable results, guess what? You can manifest something different. Just trust spirit and trust yourself, okay? And what's beneath that? Okay? And we got forgiveness. So forgiveness is always great too. So you might need to forgive yourself for something, or yeah. You might need to forgive yourself for something, or understand where your child was coming from. A situation maybe involving your child as a parent, you might need to forgive someone or something. I'm not gonna get any clarifiers for that, but no need to worry, okay? But forgiveness might be the key for some of you, how it resonates. And then our card was meditation brings answers. So once again, we saw that the Two of Swords was at the bottom of the deck, which is trying to figure out which way to go. What did I say? It's going to come during meditation, during prayer time, during quiet time, during your dreams. Keep a dream journal, okay? And encourage your children to write down your dreams too. You don't have to go into full-fledged dream decoding, but analyzing your dreams and teaching them to use that as a tool, I think that'll be something good that you all can do together. Also, Spirit is encouraging you to meditate with your child. Encourage them to meditate every day, even if it's just 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Show them how to focus on their breathing. That's important. It's important. All right, so let's end with a word of encouragement. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what would the collective group of parents need to know for encouragement at this time? All right, let's get one more. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have be your own kind of beautiful. And this touches on what we were talking about earlier when I just said that how you were raised is going to be different than how you're going to raise your children. You're going to need to find your own way. Some things you can bring over, some things you can copy and paste, some things you have to omit and edit, right? All right, so it says, enjoy the beauty of becoming. Oh, okay. It says, my energy flows or my intention goes. So always just leave from a place of love, and you are worthy and loved. All right, so you all are very loving parents, and I hope that you have found value from this message. Definitely do those exercises that I discussed earlier with your children. Thanks for watching. And if you have something that you would like to ask, or a question or a comment, leave one below. I love to hear it. I love to read it. Thanks for stopping by here at Butterfly Infinity, where we alchemize change and transformation into evolution. Bye.